can't see him confirm. Oh shit, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I realised he's peeking me, so I got...
Loading new mag!
Blackbeard's in the kitchen.
Oh!
Yeah, I lit him up.
Bro, he's playing well weird. Yeah.
The Jaeger's only just started moving.
This Jaeger's silver 4, by the way. He's been platinum up 2 years ago.
Op 4, last stop standing.
Nice one, too.
Critical bomb diffuser activated.
Yeah, mate, I don't know where that plant is. That's where I sit smoke.
On Jaeger, on Jaeger.
Oh!
There we go.
Yes!
Honestly, I love you too.
Hey YouTube, welcome to another video in my map mastery video series. This is the video series where I show you various things that I've learned on various ranked maps in Rainbow Six Siege throughout my last 2 years of gameplay. Now, the highest rank that I've ever been is a Platinum 3, a fairly low Platinum 3 to be honest, so these aren't tips that are going to get you to Diamond, I wouldn't have thought, but they should be good enough to get you through Gold and maybe into low mid Platinums if you apply them quite well, and if you work with a team of course. This episode is going to focus on defense, and it's for the map Coastline. There'll be some things in here that you'll already know, but hopefully there'll be some new things that you see that will help you boost up your game a little bit on the map Coastline. So let's get started.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
If we come to the hookah lounge and throw a cam out there to the corner underneath the chairs, you get a nice little view of that balcony. And this will help you watch any pushes that are coming from there, which is quite often when you're playing bomb. Next one is aquarium. Just throw a cam up there into the corner above the window, and that will give you a view of down below and also the aquarium balcony. Next up, you don't have to jump out here, I just like to, but you can throw a cam up there onto the top of the palm tree, and this gives you a good view of almost the whole roof area, allowing you to see when people are up there. This is a really strong position. A lot of people like to attack from the roof. Now here we make a hole up in the corner of the billiards room wall, and by throwing a cam up there that allows us to see into the hookah lounge and the billiards room. And this is quite a common thing that you can do on a lot of bomb sites, where you just use the deagle to make a hole in the corner by the wall and set a cam up to watch both objectives at once. Next up, we head into the penthouse, we open up the window and we just chuck a cam out there onto the wall. That allows us to see anyone that's rappelling up out there, and we'll let you get that run out from the door downstairs if you want to. Again, we take another look here at a hole being made in the wall, and throwing that up there in penthouse allows us to see theatre and penthouse objectives at the same time. Another hole in the wall, this time in the Hall of Fame and a bathroom connecting wall. We chuck a cam up there into the corner, and this allows us to see when anyone drops into the bathroom or pushes through from VIP into Hall of Fame. A nice cheeky little spot here in theatre. If we go down and drop the cam onto that little shelf just below the drinks, you get a good view of the theatre and a tiny little bit into penthouse as well. This is a nice little spot that not many people will see. The blue kind of blends in with the bottles and the colour of the wall anyway. A cheeky little spot here is if you come onto the staircase in the main lobby, you'll see a vent up above you. Just chuck the cam up there and that gives you a nice view of the staircase, and not many people will spot that cam there. This allows you to see this, not only the staircase, but also the wall into theatre. So if anyone comes there to push through there, you'll get an early sight of it. Now we've got another little shelf position here. We just chuck it onto this little shelf in the VIP lounge, and that allows us to see the standard thermite and thatcher push in through the bedroom wall. And here we've got another cheeky little vent spot. We just throw that up there in aquarium, and that allows us to see pretty much the whole of aquarium, anything that you're going to need to be able to see. You can get the cam a bit higher to make it a little bit less visible. Another spot here in the blue bar is to get a cam under the light. It's not a difficult one to see, but it's not one that people would generally be looking out for. As we move into the office, we can throw one up there into the shelf. This gives you a view of the whole office, allowing you to see anyone pushing in from the security room. Let's move on to some outside cams. If we run out of the office doorway, we can throw a cam up there onto the ruins wall, which gives us a complete view. Anyone spawning in ruins typically will come out and take out the static cam, but they wouldn't necessarily notice that come up there, so that's quite a nice little spot to have. Again, if we come out into the courtyard, we can just throw another cam up there into the corner, and that gives us a view of the balcony and the courtyard area, as well as a little bit of the roof opposite. Next, we've got a run out from Sunrise and the pool entrance, and that allows us to see the ruins and the kitchen window area. A little cam goes down here in the service entrance by the bin. That allows you to see anyone coming in and doing a plant or just pushing from there. Again, it's not a difficult one to see, but it's not one that people obviously will turn and find because people will generally just push in and walk straight past it. Next, a little spot here where we chuck the cam down and let it blend in with this small suitcase. This gives us a good view of the toilets. In kitchen, we can throw a cam under this big cooker type thing, and that gives us a view of the kitchen objective and lets us know when anyone jumps in through the window. Another one in kitchen, we can throw one up just above the shelf there. It's quite well hidden when you're at this position, but this allows you to see the kitchen window and also the east side of the kitchen, which is a common push area. Then we move back into Sunrise for our last black eye spot. We throw it there in the trolley, and that allows us to see down the south side of Sunrise and into the kitchen entrance. Let's take a look at some Mira Spots. Now first, if you crouch down here by the stairs, you can get a black mirror onto the side of the hookah wall, which allows you to see default plant areas and also to the window. Next, if we go into the VIP lounge by the bookcase, we can put a reinforcement and a window here. This allows us to see into the billiards room and also a fair bit of the corridor outside. A very common one here is in the VIP lounge. You put a black mirror halfway down the wall here, you crouch down, put the mirror on there, blow the wall up above it, and this gives you a good way to take out anyone that comes in from the window or from the bathroom. From this mirror spot on the right hand side, it does give you a good position to see if anyone comes in through the bedroom wall, allows you to just run out and chuck a nitro cell there. With the old nitro cell physics, you could throw it from the mirror itself, but with the new physics, you need to actually run out to get it right behind the bed. And then on the other side, we put a reinforcement and a standing height mirror window, which allows us to get an easy view onto the window. What you need to watch out for here is just down below, you could get a buck or someone with a shotgun just coming in through the main lobby and making a hole up in the floor behind you, and that will allow them to take you out. So make sure you're watching out for that when you set up this Mira Spot. Next up, down in the kitchen, we reinforce the right-hand wall, put a standing height mirror window on it, and then make a shed load of holes in the left-hand side. That allows us to see right down into the service entrance. As we come into Sunrise, we can set up a mirror window here, looking into Blue Bar. This gives us a good view of the Blue Bar window, and also anyone outside in the courtyard if you tear open that wall right there on the east side of the Blue Bar. You do have to watch out for anyone coming in from behind you in the Sunrise bar, of course. Swiftly moving on, we take a look at some cheeky nitros, the pre-placed nitro cells. Here, if we put a nitro cell up there on the ceiling in the Sunrise bar, this is perfectly placed underneath the window of hookah. Quite often people rappel in here or plant here, put that nitro cell there, and anyone that's playing Pulse or Valkyrie, or with a good call out, will know that someone's there and will just blow them up. Next up, down there by the toilets, if we throw a nitro cell onto the ping, we'll head upstairs and we'll see exactly where that place is. This is a very common spot for people to rappel in to try and take this objective. So you can either be watching that from behind the bed, from the bathroom, or as Pulse or Valkyrie, and whenever anyone rappels in there to plant, just blow them up.
All friendlies were eliminated.
Let's take a look at some spawn peaks, and there's quite a few of them on this map to watch out for. So firstly, we come to the second floor hallway at the top of the stairs. We open up the window and we can see anyone that runs over on the south side of the map. Next, we open up the front door, and quite a common run out. If you're playing as a 3-speed or maybe even a 2-speed, you run out to the left and catch anyone that's coming over to the service entrance. And then we've got the service entrance itself. Again, we can just run out and take anyone coming that way. This is a faster, more effective spawn peak, but also slightly more predictable. Next, you can open up the service entrance doorway. You can stand here on top of the counter, and you can just peek out through the corner there and catch anyone coming around. And quite often people will come around there after taking out the default cam. Next up, open the kitchen window, jump out, run out to the pool, and you'll get anyone that's coming up through the pool from the pool spawn. Next, very, very common one, we go to Sunrise Bar and you catch anyone coming from the ruins into the main courtyard there. A better way to do that is to open up this bottom slat with 2 quick hits, and this will allow you to spawn peek pretty much invisibly. Then again, open this door in Sunrise and you can come out and take anyone that's coming round from the pool entrance or from the back of the ruins.
If you remain in this zone, you will be detected by
Another spawn peek here is to open up the window there and just jump out and take anyone coming from that side of the pool. We can also open up the blue bar and we can take anyone coming from the ruin spawn. Then we can open up the double doors to office, another very common one, just run out and take out anyone that's coming over from that side of the ruins. A favourite one of mine particularly is to open up this window here in the south hallway and catch anyone rappelling up to the aquarium balcony, which is very common, or alternatively, just run out from aquarium balcony and get them as they come from the ruins. But that's a very common spawn peak. Next, we've got the hookah deck. I've run out of ammo, as you can see, but you run out here and catch people coming from ruins. And then finally, we can open up the Hall of Fame door, run out into DJ booth, and catch people coming from the pool area. New to the Map Mastery Defense series is frost traps. I like frost. It is difficult to find good placements for her mats, but let's look at some things you can try. Firstly, if we come into hookah, put one behind the bar, and you'll probably catch someone coming around here going for the standard rotation hole in the wall. Another good spot right here on this little balcony under the window. A lot of attackers will just jump over here as a quick rotation to get downstairs to kitchen. The only way you're going to know it's there is if it's been droned or spotted from the roof. People very rarely put drones onto that balcony, so unless someone's been up on the roof, the chances are you could well catch someone by putting a frost trap in that spot. As you can see, we just jump over and you land straight on it. Next up, we go into sunrise and put one behind the bar. If you're the type of person that likes to hold from behind the bar, quite often you'll find people chuck in stun grenades and then jump over the counter to try and get you. You can put this frost trap here as a good measure to put a stop to that. Next, we go into the kitchen and we put a frost trap behind the counter here. Not quite as standard for people to run in this way and just jump over here like this, but if they do, you'll catch them right out. Finally, let's take a look at some general defending tips. And there might be some attacking tips here as well. Open up this window on sunrise and that gives you a very quick rotation to get downstairs to anyone pushing sunrise. Open up a hole here in the VIP lounge floor and that allows you to see down to the kitchen window, a very common push when the objective is down in the kitchen. What I like to do is throw a little lesion trap outside the window there, barricade the window back up, and when you see that lesion trap go off when you're defending kitchen from above, you know to just shoot through the window and the chances are that you will catch someone out. Next up, a little castle setup. We open up a hole in the side of the wall here into aquarium and we castle barricade the double doors. We then have a rotation hole that goes into hookah and this allows us to just easily run through from aquarium to the hookah lounge and protect us from the hallway. We can also go so far as to barricade up the internal door and window of hookah lounge and this gives us a bit more of a safe area. Quite often people will push from the hookah deck, so this allows you to easily get through both objectives upstairs and rotate around whilst being fairly well protected from various angles. So those are some of my tips on how to defend the map Coastline. I've cut down a fair bit on some of the sections there to try and fit a bit more stuff in and try and get some new bits in. Mostly I would say on Coastline it's about learning the map, understanding your rotations and how to move around the map quickly. There's a lot of vertical destruction to watch out for on this map as a defender, but it is mostly limited to the kitchen, penthouse, blue bar and billiards room areas. You don't have to worry so much when you're on other objectives, although to be fair, those are the most common objectives, so just watch out for those vertical attacks when you are defending. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel, get your notifications to keep up to date with all of my future videos. There will be a map mastery attack video for Coastline coming out soon, but hopefully for now this defense one will keep you going. Make sure you check out the Map Mastery playlist for tips on more ranked maps in Rainbow Six Siege. As I said at the start, there'll be some stuff here that you know already, but hopefully you've learned something new. Please let me know down in the comments if you've got anything you'd like to add to this for people watching that might need some more tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
So I can't do anything about it. Well played.
Let's go, boys.